Head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, testifying in front of the Senate Commerce Subcommittee yesterday on the impact of the app on young people. One exchange making headlines. Subcommittee Chair Senator Richard Blumenthal asking Mosseri about the company's plan for an app for kids. Listen.
Will you commit to make the pause on Instagram Kids permanent? In other words, stop developing a site for an app for children under 13.
What I can commit to today is that no child between the ages of 10 and 12, should we ever manage to build Instagram for 10 to 12-year-olds, will have access to that without their explicit parental consent.
Not exactly answering that. Let's bring in Senator Richard Blumenthal and Senator Marsha Blackburn, who led yesterday's hearing. Senators, thank you so much for joining us. I'll go to you, Senator Blumenthal, on that answer. I assume it wasn't satisfactory to you. So what can you do about it?
First of all, I think you were very polite in the way you characterized it, not exactly a complete or clear answer. What can we do about it? We can't put thumb screws on him, but we can make known to the world that Instagram is continuing to market and drive content to kids, destructive and toxic and addictive content, and therefore we can no longer rely on them to self-police. They have absolutely betrayed whatever trust they had, and we need now government intervention to make those algorithms that drive that content transparent. They're the black box, 800-pound gorillas that are used to, in effect, hook kids because they're so addictive. And those content like eating disorders, bullying, self-harm that almost every parent in this country knows exist out there, and they've really broken lives. We need to now do something. And I think very, very importantly, what we can do, Senator Blackburn and I, she's been really a tremendous partner in this effort, is develop legislation that can have strong bipartisan support.
Yeah, Senator Blackburn wanted to ask you about that and whether you find yourself in an odd position as a conservative Republican pushing for a heavier hand from government in this industry and what that looks like.
This is an issue that I've been working on for the last decade. Indeed, the first online privacy bill that I brought forward was about 12 years. It was in 2012. And continuing to work on the issue of child online safety and privacy, online privacy for consumers, also data security and Section 230 reforms. Those are the areas that we have to touch, we have to improve, we have to put down the guardrails to make certain that industry knows that they can stay from here to here, but they can't go outside of that. And having that clearly defined, one standard, one federal standard, federal preemption, one set of rules for the entire internet ecosystem, one regulator. This is something that people are saying, you know what, we need to see this so that the online space, that universe, is going to be safe and secure, and people can protect their privacy for children and for online consumers.
Senator Blumenthal, I'm always struck a bit by seeing the two of you together, given I would assume there are not that many areas that the two of you agree on, but certainly this is one. And, you described Senator Blackburn as your partner on this. So given that, and given the reflection of bipartisanship at hand here, where are we on the bill? When are you going to have something that you conceivably are going to bring to an amenable Senate, if not a House as well?
The quick answer is very soon, because our partnership really is going to produce a bill, I feel pretty sure. We already have a kind of framework. I outlined it yesterday at the hearing. We need to safeguard privacy, as Senator Blackburn has just said so well. The privacy over this data, reams of it collected from kids by Facebook and Meta and Instagram and Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube. Privacy is very important. So is parental tools and controls so they can protect their kids. And then transparency, the visibility of the algorithms that drive this content so that independent researchers have access to them and can actually stop the destructive content. And then also Section 230 reform. You know, the sites have very extensive, broad immunity, near unique in any industry, and the UK has a code protecting children that provides for a duty of care. Maybe we should look at that one too. So I think there are a variety of bills. We can pull them together. And if you saw that hearing yesterday, what was so striking and so remarkable is the unanimity of bipartisan concern and outrage. There is nothing partisan about harming kids, or really about trying to protect kids from this kind of harm.
I wanted to pick up on the algorithm, Senator Blackburn, because that was a big theme, and Senator Blumenthal just mentioned it. A lot of fear about the algorithm and legislation around it and auditing it and being more transparent. What is that? What is the algorithm? Can you define that and explain how you can use legislation to get at that? Because I assume from Facebook's perspective, that is the trade secrets of the company.
Well, many times what you will hear the social media platforms say is that they collect this data and then they feed you more of what you want, because the longer you stay online and the more eyeballs they attract, the richer that data is and the more money they make. Indeed, Mr. Masseri yesterday said they were a big ad company, and it was good to get that admission from him that is what they are. They're an advertising company. And Senator Thune has a bill, which is a bipartisan bill. It is a filter bubble bill, and it deals with the algorithms, because with artificial intelligence, one of the things that you know, as they build this algorithm that is going to push you to a certain topic, which is going to feed you more information on that topic, then that is what you see more of. Now, what we know from parents, teachers, and pediatricians is that sometimes it is this pushing of children into following certain celebrities, absorbing and seeing and hearing certain content that leads to some of this self-harm, the mental health issues that children are experiencing. Indeed, also, this is the type activity that leads children to have pedophiles, predators, drug dealers, traffickers who may be following them. So what we are doing, as Senator Blumenthal said, there are several people on our committee who have written bills that would address different components of this. We're through the process of pulling together, drafting text, and look forward to discussing it with you soon.
Okay, keep us posted. Senator Blumenthal, very quickly, too much pressure on Facebook here? Why not look into these issues as it relates to TikTok, Snap? They also have similar demographics.
Great question. In fact, Instagram's greatest fear is it's losing its users to those sites, because maybe they're doing more to heighten the interest or the eyes that are glued to their sites. So you're absolutely right. We need to look at social media as a whole. And in fact, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube were witnesses in the hearing we held just before this one. This one was our fifth. We may have more. The fact-finding so far has been extraordinarily revelatory, but we're moving beyond the revelations now to real solutions. We want more than just fist-shaking. We want real remedies. And so the remedies will apply industry-wide, social media-wide, because you're absolutely right. These harms, the destructive content of the algorithms is common to the sites as a whole. One difference, though, I'll just end on this note, is the others committed that they would make them transparent. So far, Instagram has not.
Senator Blumenthal and Senator Blackburn, we appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Thank you.